Hello, I'm Taylor and welcome to the Tribe Life, the place to be to do a little yoga, grow a little bit, and just let go. I'm excited to have you here today for class, and when you're ready, roll out your mat and we will begin. So for today's class, we're gonna lay down on our mat to start, just to have a little stillness at the beginning of class. So laying down. And we'll place our hands here to feel grounded as we start class today and also really help us tune into the breath. So as we relax with our legs long, feet away from one another, place your right hand on your belly and then your left hand on your heart and on your chest, right? And so we'll start with a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more time. Inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. And so for the next minute, as we lay here in stillness, allow yourself to just breathe, taking a few deep breaths and noticing as you breathe, your belly and your chest rise and fall with each inhale and each exhale. Imagining your hands on the surface of the water of the ocean, right? And as a new wave comes in, you feel them rising and falling. And as you continue to breathe, we'll set our intention today. So a point of focus, something that you're hoping to maybe align with during class. So maybe it's courage or patience, or it could just be a reminder to focus on your breath. So just think about that now over the next breath or two. And then you can open your eyes. Hugging that right knee into your chest. We'll work to open the hips a little bit here at the beginning. So pulling it into your chest, maybe rocking side to side. Maybe pulling that knee up by your shoulder a little bit wider. Then you can drop that knee across your body over to the left and the gaze over to the right. Just a gentle spine twist, nothing crazy, nothing too deep here. Warming up the spine. Maybe you feel that stretch on that right glute too. Take a full breath. And then come back to center, releasing that leg, switching sides, hugging the left knee into your chest. Again, rocking side to side. You can pull it up towards that left shoulder, really opening up the hip here. And then gently draping that leg across your body, over to the right side. Nothing crazy again, just a gentle spine twist. Breathing into that left hip, that left glute. And then coming back to center. Hugging both knees into your chest as you start to rock forward and back a little bit. And making your way up, rolling over the ankles, stepping back to plank, and eventually making your way to downward facing dog. So just taking a moment to walk out the dog here, bending opposite knees, stretching the calves, warming up the body. And then you can lift that right leg up and back, stepping it forward. We'll come to high lunge. So rising up, lifting up. That back knee and back ankle are lifted. Front knee is bent, and then press back through that left heel a little bit more, right? Feeling that deep stretch on that left hip, even the inner thigh a little bit too. Rising the arms up to the sky. Take a full breath. Bringing the hands to heart, releasing them down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Releasing them down. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, hands to heart. Staying here. We'll start to lean forward. We're going to come to warrior three. So a balance challenge here. So you can start to rock forward and back, making sure you have enough room in front of you. So rocking forward and back, forward and back. And then starting to make our way up. So you can shift the weight forward into that right foot. And as you do so, you're lifting that left leg up. And as we breathe here, working to get a little deeper in the pose here, right? So work to straighten that standing leg, flexing back through that left heel, maybe lowering that left hip an inch or two to square the hips off. Reaching through the top of the head, arms either in your heart or your hands by your heart, or reaching back. Energize through the fingertips. Long spine, shoulders away from ears, reaching back through that left heel. And then releasing that left foot back down, rising up to high lunge and opening up to warrior two. So adjusting the feet, front heel to back arch alignment, back heel's parallel to the back edge of your mat, bending that front knee. Take a few breaths. Straightening that front leg. We'll come to triangle. So bringing the hands to the hips, tilting the hips back to the left. You'll feel that stretch on that right leg, right inner thigh as well. Reaching forward with the top of the head and also that right hand. Reaching, lifting, lengthening, and then dropping that right arm down either on the shin, inside or outside that leg, opening the heart to the left. Reaching up through the left fingertips, long spine. Feeling lifted in that right kneecap. And energetically working to pull the feet together as if you could fold the mat in between your feet. Working to stack the shoulders and the hips. As you breathe here, imagining the back body up against a wall. Nice and flat, everything in line. Take one more breath. Reaching up through the left fingertips, coming back up, warrior two. Dropping the left arm, right arm up and back, reverse warrior. Take a breath, feeling the stretch on that right side body. And back up to warrior two. Windmill the arms down, framing that front foot, stepping back to plank. Either take a flow or lift the hips up and back, down dog. Taking a few breaths. Walking out the dog, warming up the body. Lifting that left leg up and back. Stepping it forward, high lunge on this side. So again, back heel, back knee is lifted as you rise up. Lifting up to the fingertips, shoulders away from ears. Bending that front knee one more inch and then pressing back through that right heel. Feeling that deep stretch on that right hip. Keeping the legs where they are, bringing the hands to heart. Releasing them down to the ground. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Releasing it down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Staying here. And we'll start to come forward to warrior three. So again, making sure you have enough room in front of you as you start to shift forward and back, shifting the weight into that left foot. And as you do so, starting to rise up, lifting that right leg. So as we breathe here, coming a little deeper into the pose, straightening that standing leg as you flex back through that right heel, reaching long, lower that right hip an inch or two. Really rooting into that standing foot and reaching along to the top of your head. Hands to heart or reach in the back, feeling energized through the fingertips. Lifted and long. Take one more breath. And then releasing that foot back to the ground, rising up, high lunge. And opening up to warrior two. So adjusting the feet, front heel to back arch alignment, shoulders over hips, reaching from fingertip to fingertip. Bend that front knee one more inch. And then straighten that front leg. We'll come to triangle. So hands on the hips, tilting the hips back to the right, reaching long to the top of the head. Reaching forward with that left fingertip nice and long, and then drop that arm down on the shin or inside that foot, twisting open to the right, reaching out to the right fingertips. So taking a few breaths, working to stack the shoulders and the hips, reaching along to the top of the head, grounding through the feet. Taking one more breath. Reaching out to the right fingertips, bending the front knee, warrior two, take a breath. Dropping that right arm, left arm up and back, reverse warrior, take a breath. And back to warrior two. Windmill the arms down, framing the front foot, stepping back to plank. Yogi's choice, take a flow or lift the hips up and back, down dog. Take a few breaths, walking out the dog, stretching the legs. And when you're ready, bending the knees, releasing to the mat, child's pose. Melting the forehead into the mat. So tuning into the breath. Noticing how your body feels now as opposed to the beginning of practice. Remembering the intention you set at the beginning of class. And then we'll rise back up. Bringing the legs out in front of us. Taking your time. We'll roll all the way down to the mat. No rush. Once you get there, reaching up overhead, and then you can hug the knees into your chest. Gently rocking side to side. We'll come to a spine twist here, so shifting the hips to the right, knees to the left, and gazes over that right shoulder. Maybe wiggling the shoulder blades to get both of them down on the ground, and then shifting the gaze over that right shoulder, taking a few breaths. And we'll come back to center, going to the other side. So shifting the hips to the left, knees to the right this time, gaze is over that left shoulder. And again, getting both shoulder blades down on the ground. And the spine is a little warm now, a little loosened up since the beginning of class, since the first spine twist that we did. So you might notice this might be a little easier. At the beginning, it's a little less tension in the spine. And then we'll come back to center Again, hugging the knees into the chest. We'll come to happy baby to end class with the knees nice and wide. So bringing them about shoulder width, reaching inside the legs, grab the outsides of the feet. And then pressing the feet into the palms, palms into the feet, and bringing the shoulders up by the knees up by the shoulders. So basically, it looks like a squat position, only you're on your back, if that makes sense. Maybe rocking side to side a little bit, just for a lower back massage. And when you're ready, you can release the feet, lengthening the legs, dropping the feet away from one another, relaxing the arms by your side, palms to the sky. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Stay with me for a minute. If you'd like a longer Shavasana, you can pause the video here and take as long as a break as you'd like. I'll wake us up in a minute to finish class. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reaching your arms up overhead, stretching from your fingertips to the tips of your toes. Taking your time, rolling onto your right side. Pausing here for a breath or two. And then making your way up to a nice, comfortable seated position on your mat. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. I always close practice with a moment of gratitude. So think of one thing you're grateful for. Hold it in your heart right now. Thank you for practicing with me today. Have a great day. Namaste, my friend.